this. And I was on the stair thing or whatever. I'm like, before I leave, I'm gonna go talk to him or whatever. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? I said, this might be a little weird, but I've seen you with your shoulder, dude. Like, you mind if I pray for your shoulder? I see people get healed all the time. You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So he let me pray for him or whatever, and the pain completely went from like a 7 to a 0. You know what I mean? So
he believed in something, right?
No, it had nothing to do with him believing.
No. Yeah, I just hate getting into this position because, like, I'm 44 years old. I've been through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
To talk about how much I've been through would be like, we could write books about it.
Absolutely.
So for and during all that time I haven't come to find it on my own, I don't think it's gonna happen, So.
Yeah, but that would be comparing it to like some type of standard. You know what I mean? Like all of us, we're significant just as our fingerprint. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different story. Everybody went through different things. So there's no timeline or there's no, you know what I mean? As long as our heart's open, you know what I mean? And hungering for truth. And like we learn through life, we learn from other people's experiences. You know what I mean? There's no set time. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I had so many doubts about, what life is all about, if there's a God, if there's not a God. I just believed crap as a kid because that's what my family kind of pushed down my throat. And then I had to walk away, and then I was like, I gotta find out, is this stuff real or isn't it real? And it wasn't until God, I read the stories in the book, but it wasn't until God touched me personally. I was like, oh, this is about me and you. This is not about buying into a system. Yeah. So I think if the Lord touched you right now and healed you, then that would be part of your news story. You'd be like, well, I'm on this journey. I used to not believe, but I got some things over in the belief column now too, and I have to figure this out before I die. You know what I mean? Like, we're not here to convert you tonight. We're just here for this. So, got nothing to lose except find out that your shoulder feels better, and there's this Father in heaven that's been after you your whole life because he loves you.
Especially the last 2 weeks. Especially in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. The last 2 weeks has been some shit.
Yeah.
My life is fucked up. It really is. I couldn't tell you. You wouldn't even believe it until it happened. But you wouldn't believe it. I've done like 20-something years of my life in prison. 7 years in solitary confinement. Like fucking, I went through a lot of shit.
Wow, bro.
You keep saying that, but man, the only thing I see is you smiling. You look so happy.
Because I'm a decent person.
Yeah.
You're an overcomer. I chiseled through the shit,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was in prison too, bro. I did a 685.
In New Jersey?
Jersey, yeah.
You look familiar to me. I was
You
gonna
look
say
familiar
that
too.
when we first came up.
Yeah.
Because our system ain't that big.
Right.
So you see people and you're like, oh, what prisons?
I was in Yardville and Bayside.
What year were you in Bayside?
11.
Yeah, I was there.
12.
I was there.
Look at that, man.
Huh.
Crazy.
Bayside's like a fast-moving place. I wonder if we passed each other there.
Probably.
Kind of look familiar. But I've been everywhere. I came home from Trent. I came home about a year and a half ago. And I wanted to try to go back, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
I was just talking about how I'm institutionalized to somebody. Like how, people talk about, oh, he's getting high, it's not what I want. Like, I think I'm enjoying even a moment of it. Like, I'm not happy whatsoever. Like, a smile on my face does not portray happiness. It's just there.
Yeah. Bro, as a kid, I was molested from ages 4 to 6 and physically abused and verbally abused. I grew up with alcoholics and drug addicts for parents, you know what I mean? And I grew up ADHD, bipolar, manic depressive. I used to cut myself, bro. I was angry and pissed off at God because I thought that he was all part of it. You know what I'm saying? He orchestrated it because I heard that he was in control. You understand what I'm saying? So Yeah, I ran to drugs, dude. I've done every drug in the book, bro. I was a full-blown heroin addict crackhead, bro. When I cried out to Jesus 11 years ago, I had an encounter with him, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't raised in church or nothing, dude. I was in a freaking jail cell smoking crack, looking at kids' baby pictures on my walls. You know what I mean? My kids. And I cried out to him. I just gave him my life, bro. I'm like, yo, if you need to be realer than the pain that I felt my entire life, realer than the drugs flowing through my veins. And it was like, bro, I felt him all over my body. Like he penetrated the callous walls of my heart, bro, and I felt love for the first time. And I haven't had a desire to use drugs for 11 and a half years. You know what I'm saying? But more than that, like, he showed me my purpose and who I was, like, who I am. You know what I mean? And that he's a loving father and that, like, he's restored me. He's given me joy. He set me free from all the craziness and the freaking darkness and the guilt and the shame of my whole life that I carried. And that's why we're even here, bro. We could be doing anything right now.
Yeah.
But we're actually just at our house, just chilling, hanging out, talking, praying, and we're like, you know what? Let's go out because there's people outside that don't know the love of God. You know what I mean? And so we're not like weird people like turn or burn. You know what I mean? Like those, you know what I mean? Or they hand you the piece of paper like Jesus loves you. You know what I mean? It's not about that, bro. It's just like just meeting people, just hanging out, just chilling, and being like, yo, this is what I went through, man. Like, or hey, you got pain in your body, God will actually miraculously heal you right now. I've seen people get up out of wheelchairs, bro. Straight up, dude, because of the power of God. I've seen people healed from cancer, dude, stage 4, bro, with no chemo. You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, to share that experience with somebody. You know what I mean? So that they can put it on their shelf and just, you know, it can stay there. You can never look at it or touch it again. You know what I mean? Or you could put it in the file for evidence in your quest, in your search for truth. You know what I mean?
I was facing a life sentence when I got locked up. And I got locked up in Miami. And the girl I was with at the time was willing to do whatever she had to do, I guess, to support whatever she was doing. And I was at odds with that, to say the least. But then I had this dream. This is the first time I remember trying to explain it. But I had this dream to where in the dream I kind of was accepting, like, okay, well, sell yourself down if that's what you're going to do. Like, okay, I'm going to have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
And like so I kind of felt like it was kind of like throwing her into the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's like metaphoric in a way, but it was real too at the same time. And I heard this scream in the dream, like this blood-curdling dream, like scream. So it's like I was throwing her soul into the fire, I guess, kind of like in this dream, and that's what startled me awake. And I was like breathing, it was so fucked up, and like I was like basically having a heart attack coming out of this dream. It was that crazy. And as I was in Miami, locked up, and I look out the window, the little slot window, and it's all serene and sunlight coming in. It came from that dream, like the closest part to hell that you could have a dream be. It's like you're in hell, dealing with hell, and like coming to terms with it.
Right.
And then to come out of that dream, like when my heart was you couldn't even imagine your heart beating this fast, drenched in sweat, like this thick, disgusting sweat. And I look out and I see this serene sunlight coming. I'm like, holy shit, God is real. And I actually thought it was true for like 2 months. And I was like, I cried, and I was like I had dreams, I would pray,
Right.
And like just really talking, you know, because I don't know how to pray.
Yeah.
And
That's it.
That's all it is.
but after a while, I was just like, it just started to go away, you know, I don't believe in this shit, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, it felt like at first I felt like that was my wow, it's real. But then I was like, well, what made it real? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I always wished that I could believe in it, you know, or at least something. I don't believe in anything. I don't even believe in friendships. I really don't. Like, I've never had any evidence of that. Like, I don't have friends. You know, I did all those years by myself.
Yeah.
You know, where's my letters at? I don't have a stack of letters. I don't get visits. I don't have a phone call, you know, to make. Like, you know, my family. That's what I was just. Why I'm on this boardwalk right now is because I was just at my daughter's house where I have a 6-year-old granddaughter. and I was playing with her. Like, she's so touch and go that, like, I'm completely in love with the kid. And, like, she's like, she can give a fuck less about me. Like one time, sometimes she wants to play, and then sometimes she'll dismiss you like that.
Yeah.
So, like, she just, and this girl at the house, my ex's friend, she's like, that's not personal. I'm like, yeah, but I take it personal, though. Like, you know, I don't want her to, like, love me just when she wants to. You know what I mean? So, like, I actually, like, I got upset. So, like, you know what, I'm leaving. So I left, and I got on the boat. Like, you know, I was just thinking about my mom. How, like, damn, I don't even have family. Like, they're alive, but, like, we don't even fuck with each other. You know? So I don't even believe in family. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't, not only do I not believe in God, but, like, I don't believe in anything. You know, I don't have, like, friends that shit, like, they would cut you loose quickly. If what you're doing or what they're doing don't jive, or, like, you know, your girl who loves you so much and you love her, how many people cheat on each other if you love each other that much? You know what I mean? So, like, if you're going to do that, like, what would you do to the next person? So it's like, I don't even believe in friendships. So, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. It's hard to put trust in God, this invisible relationship, and it's hard to put trust in all the broken relationships that you've seen in your life because people have let you down. I get it.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just a hard case here, you know? Hard case here. Yeah,
I understand, man. I mean, I haven't gone what you went through. You know what I'm saying? You didn't go what I went through. But I know what betrayal feels like. I know what rejection and loneliness and depression feels like. I know what, you know, like, I just, dude, we gain nothing if we say, I just don't believe in it. That's just it.
No, I don't gain nothing.
You know what I mean? We gain nothing. But what if? You know what I mean? There's so many people that say, well, what if it's not true? Then you gain nothing by believing it's not true. But if you say, what if it is true? And then say, all right, listen, I lose nothing if I'm willing to consider the possibility. I mean, because clearly, obviously, we look around us, all the invisible attributes of God are clearly seen by man. You know what I mean? Like, look at you were just talking about your granddaughter? Like, precious, beautiful creation, right? That's straight from the heart of God. You know what I mean? The fact that we have enough air to breathe, the fact that we have enough, you know what I mean? Like, water, everything. Our eyes are the most powerful telescope, more powerful than any telescope or any camera that was ever created. Your fingerprint was the only one that was ever created or will ever be created. That's crazy. In one strand of DNA, there's more information to pile up in books from here to the moon hundreds of times in one strand of information. The information comes from an intelligence. So obviously there's a creator. We just don't know, you know what I mean? It's safe to say that we don't know who he is and what he's like. I'm telling you that he is after your heart. That he loves you with a passion. He's been pursuing you, bro. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care if you don't believe him. It's not about that. He can handle your doubt. He can handle your anger. He can handle all your unanswered questions and all that stuff. But you're an amazing dude, bro. I'm so glad that I met you, man. For real. And I'd like to just pray for you.
It's not coincidence that you just came over here.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. I always say I hate God if he does exist.
He can take your hate.
Because, like, I don't
You
know
can't
why,
insult God.
why he, you know, why he would make people go through pain like that, you know?
He doesn't.
That's not it. Dude, there's, you know, the Word of God says that it's not God's will that none should perish. But we look around and we see people perishing. You know what I mean? The disciples went to Jesus and they're like, yo, bro, how do we even pray? He's like, our Father who is in heaven, holy is your name. He said, let your kingdom come, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Why would we have to pray that his will be done on earth as it is in heaven if it is already being done? God's not in control, bro. He doesn't, I mean, he's given us the earth. So it's up to us, and it's pretty shitty that people do things that hurt people. I get it. But that's not God's orchestrating. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what set me free when I came to him. And I was like, God, I feel like you co-signed all this stuff in my life, so I'm holding you responsible. When really it was the enemy. It wasn't God. But once I turned my heart towards him, he cleansed me, set me free, brought me close to him. He changed me from the inside out, dude. You know what I mean? So now, like, now I get to pray that his will be done on earth as it is in heaven all over the place. That's why we see people healed. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes we'll hear different things from God for people that nobody else would know.
Yeah, I wonder why more isn't getting done now. Like, I was talking about this, like, when I was doing better, because I've only been messing up again for, like, a month.
Okay, yeah.
And, I was talking about it, like, where I wish I could do something, like, I wanted to try and, like, I was seeing, like, these marathons to get, or, like, marathons, or, like these were where the money is getting raised for, like through the registration, like $20 registrations, that's going towards the, but I was like, what if, like, I could maybe make, like, I would rather do something bigger, like, where I'm raising, like, through GoFundMe pages, like, I'm gonna do shit, like, try and do it bigger, but, like, why, like, there's a lot of people that want, like, probably want to do bigger shit, but, like, why isn't more stuff getting done, like all this stuff goes towards administrative costs and stuff, you know what I mean, like, why is, like, people are still hungry, and, like, kids are still getting molested, and kids are still getting beaten, and, you know, like, all this other crazy shit going on. Like, I just wish, you know, that's what I want to do. Like, I always say I don't believe in God, I believe in good. Like, I want to do good shit. Like, I want to do, like, big good shit too. But I don't know why more ain't getting done. Like, why is this still, like, if it's true, like, why is it such a slow thing? Like, why?
Probably because more people are stuck like you, looking around saying, I want to do things better and I want to do more, but why isn't it being done? And they allow the discouragement of everybody else's actions set the standard. You know what I mean? They allow that discouragement to just say, screw it.
Nah, that's not what I was doing. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it now.
Oh, no,
I
all right,
talked
no.
to a couple college kids. I was trying that are into social work, and, like, even, you know, this is only a few weeks in the making, but, like, I was trying to figure out a way, even, like, with my limited, like, I try to help somebody every day. Even as I'm doing bad, I try to help somebody. I don't have to know you. I just help somebody. Almost hurt my back again trying to help somebody do their couch. Like, you know, hey, you need help? Oh, you need, you know what I mean? Like, I try to help somebody do something every day. Like, it's just in me now. Like, I was telling my daughter earlier today, I was like, you know, I never really thought of myself like being an asshole, so I don't feel like, oh wow, I'm so much different than I used to be.
Yeah.
But, like, I just feel like I'm too good of a person, like, where people keep taking advantage of me because I keep getting taken advantage of. But it's like, I'm trying. I'm not being discouraged. Like, I just don't know how to make something happen.
I got you. Yeah.
I just don't know how. Like, there's no cooperation. Like, I'm basically homeless. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even get a fucking house myself. So, like, how am I helping somebody else? Like, I'm not giving up. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to do it, though.
Yeah.